us on this Tuesday night edition of the NBA and all its great action on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. With that road trip behind them, the Lakers ready to perform in front of them. They need to win if they're going to take the next step. Facing a closely ranked team, no clear underdogs based on the tail of the tape.
Kevin, I tell you what.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. The Milwaukee Bucks ended last season 41 up and 41 down. A perfect 500 mark, and they were the epitome, Clark, of average at the end of the season. And as you can see, even during it.
Well, they're a young team, but at one point, 17-17. Also had an 11-11 record against the East and 6-6 against the West.
It's almost as if there's a lid on the hoop for him right now. He still hasn't gotten one to fall in the fourth.
Parker sets the screen for Carter Williams. Here's Freak. And the three off target. Lakers trail by 10. It's Young on the wing, wide open. And again, no good by the Lakers.
This is definitely a day he'd like to forget. He just hasn't had the energy or the intensity to get it done out there. He's still scoreless.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Russell, and it's Freak missing.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there.
I mean, even he was surprised to be that open.
Monroe kicks to Freak. Shot from the wing. And misses it off the right side of the rim. For the Milwaukee Bucks, they won their last contest, that game against Golden State.
And we've talked about how in the NBA you've got to earn your points the hard way. And that really wasn't the case in that game for them.
No, there was no hard way about it. I mean, they got their points easily on dunks and layups against a defense that really didn't offer much of a fight.
Now let's send it down to Doris Burke, who is able.
Game plan defensively. And he mentioned that controlling Greg Monroe will be crucial. He said Monroe is a guy who can score inside, rebound. Their offense runs best when it goes through his hands. So pressuring him and staying vigilant is essential for us. Guys.
They set the pick. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Parker with no one around. Off target with his three. Well, for Jabari Parker in his rookie year, not the kind of NBA career start that he wanted. He played great. Was probably the rookie of the year up until the time he was injured, blowing the knee and cutting his season short.
A great call. He definitely would have had a great chance. Really just made a transition seamlessly. Very efficient as a rookie before that injury, but which was a really tough thing to watch for anyone as he was showing so much promise early on in his career.
And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And, Kevin, that's a pretty dangerous play right there. I mean, I don't like to see a player put an opponent in harm's way as much as you just saw him do there.
In for Bass. Kobe comes in for Meta World Peace. And it's Russell in for Clarkson.
And for Parker, he could have been in the Rookie of the Year running with this play, scoring just over 12 points a game and shooting almost 50% before the injury ended this season.
Russell is out there with Williams. Then there's Larry Nance. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Bryant in at the small forward. That's the group for the Lakers to start the second quarter. Monroe with a screen on Russell. Bayless dishes to Monroe. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert.
And even in the short glimpses of last season, you could see that Parker was the real deal. I mean, he had no problem finding ways to score. And even with his injury setback, he should be a great player for years to come.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles. Randall comes in for Larry Nance. And Nick Young is subbed in for Williams. And Bryant gets it to go.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Bayless the pass to Freak. The dish to Henson. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
I'm sure they're satisfied with that possession, guys. Very nice shot that time.
The pass to Randall. Hibbert at the elbow. Shot from 16. Bayless grabs the board.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Middleton against Young. And Middleton kicks to Monroe. And he uses the glass on the layup. Monroe's got the game tied up here for the Bucks.
You don't see many tall players with that kind of speed, Kevin.
To the middle. And Kobe the bucket with the assist from Young. That's now 8 points for Kobe Bryant.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
For Bayless, it was his 16-7 years last season. A good utility combo guard to have. He can score, he can make plays for others. He's really defined his role in this league.
Talking about Jared Bayless, some thought he would be a star when he first entered the NBA, and he certainly had his moments, Greg, but inconsistency and turnovers have kept the lid on his project.
Yeah, well, what I like Bayless is in smart offensively. You go see Jared.
Carter Williams, he's checked in for Milwaukee. That free throw good from Young.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And it's Hibbert missing.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Feeds it to Middleton. The basket good off the assist from Carter Williams. Carter Williams has got assist number 5 here tonight. The Lakers have gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Parker only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season. Well, clearly the Lakers were not a great team. I mean, they did have one of their better bench units last season. They led the league in points off the bench, but that was more an indictment of the quality of the starters than the firepower of the bench.
Now let's send it to Doris from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Warriors provided a nice lift. He chipped in his share of points and added a few rebounds as well. This was a big win for him and his team as they snap a losing streak with that win, guys.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
From deep. Randall grabs the board. Last year, the Lakers did have some firepower off the bench. A lot of players would see their roles shift during the year, as you might expect for a team trying to find the right combination.
Yeah, they were also near the top in the league in bench minutes played. So whether you start or come off the bench last year in L.A., you'll see.